Hi, I'm Jules. We all know that playing Mercy is so fun because of her movement, but there are some settings that can hold you down a lot. So let's go through everything and see what's better and why some settings are better than others. She has so many settings like beam sensitivity, guardian angel target priority, which include prefer beam target, facing target only, prefer facing target, blaster sensitivity, and yes, she has a setting for when you are holding the blaster only, which is different from her normal sensitivity. Beam sensitivity. A lower sense means you almost have to aim at the person you want your beam on. With Mercy, you want to move fast, react fast, quickly switch targets, and having to sit there basically precisely aiming your beam will cut most of your freedom and overall just complicate things. A higher beam means you can slightly look in their direction and the beam will immediately snap onto them. You know how sometimes your teammates are just so grouped up very close to each other, almost on top of each other, and your beam starts to disconnect and it goes on somebody you didn't want your beam to be on? That's because your sense could be too high, so I just recommend to lower the sense. I would say the perfect range for the sense is 70 to 100. Always use what's best for you. Guardian Angel target priority. Prefer beam target. Now, in my opinion, this is the worst setting for the Guardian Angel. Prefer beam target means you can only GA to the person you have your beam on. So, if you want to GA somewhere else, you have to disconnect your beam and look at the person you want to GA to. Let's imagine this. This soldier is critical and I need to heal him because he will die. But I'm also in danger, so I need to run. Maybe there's a Sombra Reaper Tracer behind me, so I just need to get to safety. But I also need to take care of my soldier. But because I have this setting on, I need to disconnect the beam and fly somewhere else. And because of that, my soldier will die. Facing target only. With this, you can only GA to the person you are looking at. And because with Mercy, you need to be fast and react fast, this will limit your movement a lot. Let's say I want to damage boost this soldier, but I also want to be aware of what's happening behind me and around me. So if I'm in danger, I have to turn around and look back at my soldier or look at somebody else just to fly away. And because of this, the movement will not feel so fluid. Prefer facing target. This is the best setting you can have. This setting gives you so much freedom, and let me explain why. If you have your beam on somebody but you are looking in another direction, you can press GA and it will send you to the person you have your beam on, no matter where you are looking at in that moment. If you have your beam on somebody and still want to continue having your beam on that person, but you want to GA to somebody else, maybe to position yourself better, you don't have to disconnect the beam. You can just keep healing, boosting that person, but you can look at another player and use your GA to fly away without having to disconnect your beam from that specific player that needs your help. So keep your beam on who needs it, look at another player and just use your GA. Or you don't have to look at anyone, but as long as you have your beam on one person, as soon as you press Guardian Angel, it will just send you to that person you have your beam on. If you have your beam on somebody, you don't have to look at them to GA, you don't have to disconnect your beam just to GA. This setting gives you everything that you need. Blaster sensitivity. So this is where the sensitivity is for a specific hero. Now press on Hero and HUD, Advanced, and there you can find the blaster aim sensitivity. Mine is at 50, but you can lower it or make it higher. You can make it very high and just spin like a helicopter. But of course, if you want to shoot and use your gun, I don't recommend that at all. It's just funny for the memes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe and thank you so much for being here.